one who is overjoyed to see another Vaishnava. Then only he is called as a Vaishnava. Sanatana Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he says the perfection of the eyes is to see a Mahabhagavata. When he sees Sanatana Goswami, he chants this verse. The perfection of the eyes is to see a Vaishnava. The perfection of the ears is to hear about him. The perfection of our skin is to touch the lotus feet of a Mahabhagavata. So all the devotees, they were so overjoyed upon seeing Haridas. Seeing Sri Haridas Thakur, all the Vaishnava Brahmanas of Navadvip became jubilant, considering him a member of their family. From this we can understand that the non-devotee community of Navadvip did not feel any happiness on the arrival of Haridas Thakur. So specifically here, about devotees have been told. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that means it is a clear indication non-devotees were not happy. That is the nature of the non-devotees. Nature of the devotee is to be very happy when they see Mahabhagavat, Haridas Thakur, Mahabhagavat. Acharya Goshani, Haridasyera Paya, Rakhilena, Pranahaite Adhika Korya. Upon obtaining the association of Haridas, Advaita Acharya treated him as dear as his own life. So having received Sri Haridas at Sri Mayapur Navadvip, Sri Advaita Prabhu considered him more dear than his own life and maintained him with utmost care. So that is again the Lakshana. Lakshana of a Vaishnava is to take care of another Vaishnava. And how to take care? As good as his own body. Sarva Vaishnavera Priti Haridas Prati Haridas Okarena Sabare Bhaktiyati. All the Vaishnavas, they showed affection to Haridas. And he reciprocated with great devotion. Pashandi Sakale Yatadeya Vakya Jwala Anyonye Sabetaha Kahite Lagila. So they discussed among themselves the burning, offensive nature of the atheists, burning, offensive statement of the atheists. Burning, why this burning? Because they are envious. That is why they burn. Their words also burn others, burn themselves, also burn others also. And they're offensive always. Seeing the devotee Brahmana's love for Haridas, the envious atheistic person always shot arrows of envious words at them. Hearing about such statements, the devotees became greatly afflicted with distress and began to discuss those statements. Because of their enviousness, the words were coming out in this way. Generally, our words are our own thoughts. But if they are differing, that means they are very diplomatic. Trying to show as if the actions are showing as if he is loving, but the mind is thinking something else, then the words also will come out in an offensive way. As we have seen the case of Duryodhana going to his teacher and talking in a very offensive way. Gita Bhagavatalai Sarva Bhaktagana Anyonye Vichare Thakena Sarvakshana. Then devotees constantly discuss with each other the topics of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So again in the Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter, the 4 verses, important verses, Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, where clearly it is said, Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. This is the work of the devotees. When they meet, what they'll do? They will discuss about Krishna only. They will discuss about the instructions of Krishna, pastimes of Krishna, pastimes of the devotees of Krishna. So in this way, they relish. At that time, persons who are intoxicated by material enjoyment would not study Vaishnava literatures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Rather, they were constantly engaged in gratifying their senses. You see, people waste their time. They read some magazine. They'll absorb themselves in reading some newspapers. They don't waste the time. But they'll not study Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. But the pure devotees always increase their ecstatic love by discussing Gita and Bhagavat among themselves. Not being intoxicated by artificial worldly material rasas like the Prakrita Sahajiyas, the devotees of the Lord discussed the conclusive statement of Vaishnava literatures like Gita and Bhagavatam. So some are intoxicated by worldly rasas. So in that mood, what they do, Prakrita Sahajiyas, that means for them everything is just Prakriti. And they become very Sahaja in their dealings with everyone. Sahaja means very casual. Prakritaha refers to, they compare Krishna's transcendental rasas with the material world. But the devotees, what they do, they are simple-hearted. Devotees means they should be simple living, high thinking. They should be absorbed in studying Gita and Bhagavad. That is a work of devotee. If he is doing something else, then he is not a devotee. While conducting Ishtagoshtis in this way, they desired the highest benefit, eternal benefit for the entire world. So what is the meaning of Ishtagoshti? Conversing with each other. Every month in temples, there is Ishtagoshti. It has wrongly been understood by few of them. What they do, whatever corrections and mistakes and complaints, everything will be there in that Ishtagoshti. Actually, Ishtagoshti means discussing about pastimes of Krishna, not complaining about each other. Suggestions and all these things, then that should not be called as Ishtagoshti. If suggestions are there, complaints are there, corrections are there, on the name of Ishtagoshti, just landing up in either creating enviousness in the hearts of others or frustrations in the hearts of others. Ye jana padaye shunaye ye sava akhyana tahare milive gaura chandra bhagavan. Whoever hears or reads a topic, these topics, will surely attain the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. So Haridas Thakur, his pastimes. Haridas Thakur, Namacharya, how he has strong faith in holy name and how he imbibed strong faith in others also. If one hears about these pastimes, they will surely attain Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because the purpose of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is to give that Goloka Dhana, Golokera Prema Dhana, Harinam Sankirtan. He has appeared to give Harinam Sankirtan. And Haridas Thakur is helping him in his mission. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chanda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Tachu Pada Yuge Gana. Accepting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I Vrindavan Das sing the glories of their lotus feet. Thus ends this English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya commentary on Shri Caitanya Bhagavata Adikhand, chapter 16, entitled The Glories of Shri Haridas Thakur. Now, 17th chapter. Lord going to Gaya to perform the Shraddha ceremony of his father. There how he meets Ishwar Puri. Then how Ishwar Puri brings out that ecstatic transformations in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His Mahavadanyaya Leela is going to start after this. Till now, Panditya Leela of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going on. So 17th chapter, Chaitanya Bhagavata Adikhand. Text 1. Jai Jai Shri Gaura Chandra, Jai Jai Shri Gaura Sundara Maheshwara, Jai Nityananda Priya Nitya Kalevara. All glories to the Supreme Lord, Shri Gaur Sundar. All glories to Nityananda Prabhu's, Nityananda's beloved Lord, who possesses an eternal body. Jai Jai Sarva Vaishnavera Dhana Prana Kripa Drishti Kara Prabhu Sarva Jive Trana. All glories to the Lord, who is life and wealth of all the Vaishnavas. O Lord, please deliver the living entities by your merciful glance. Kripa Drishti Kara. Adikhand Katha Bhai Shuna Savadhane Shri Gaura Sundara Gaya Chalila Ye Mane. O brothers, listen carefully to the topics of Adikhand, which describe the Lord's journey to Gaya. He namate Navadvipe Shri Vaikuntanath Adhyapaka Shiromani Rupe Kore Vasa. In this way, the Lord of Vaikuntha, he resided at Navadvip, at the crest jewel, as the crest jewel of teachers. Adhyapaka Shiromani. Shiromani means crest jewel of teachers, because he's displaying the Panditya Leela. Chaturdike Pashanda Badaye Gurutara Bhakti Yoga Nama Haila Shunite Dushkara मिथ्यारसे देखियति लोकेर आदर भक्त सब दुख बड़ा भावेन अंतर. Now Chaturdike Pashanda Badaya Gurutara. Now the number of atheists, they were increasing in Navadvip. So very difficult to even mention of devotional service. So seeing this, Mithyarase dekhi ati lokera adara bhakta saba dukkha bada bhavenantara. So the devotees were very distressed to see that people are just attracted to illusory energy, illusory pleasures. So this is again the characteristic of a devotee. He should feel distressed. Yesterday we studied in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu also. In Bhakti Shastri we saw that what is the lakshana of a devotee? He should feel frustrated. When there is material pleasure or seeing others engrossed in material pleasure, he should have that frustration. That disgust should be there. At that time, the devotees of Krishna situated in pure goodness were extremely rare in the world. Out of aversion to Krishna, many persons were engaged in deceitful, envious, sinful, abominable activities. They were unable to understand the glories of pure devotional service, and they considered their imaginary processes based on their own respective tastes as topmost. Therefore, they took shelter of non-devotional paths and became averse to devotional service. Since ordinarily foolish people were covered by sense gratification, fruitive activities, mental speculation, mystic yoga, and austerities, they did not relish topics of pure devotional service in their polluted heart. Therefore, they all became opposed to the propagation of devotional service to Krishna. The explanation of Uttama Bhakti has been given Anya Vilashita Shunyam Jnana Karmadhyana Vritam Anukulyena Krishna Anushilam Bhakti Uttama. Anya Vilashita Shunyam. There should not be any other desire. To the extent of even having the desire of liberation should not be there. It starts with there are 6 types of desires. To go to Brahmaloka, to go to Devaloka, to be in a 3 planet and possess a lot of material benefits. To go to lower planetary systems. To have Ashtasiddhis. And the last is to have liberation. Like this, there are 6 desires. One should cross all these things, because pure devotion service surpasses even the desire for liberation. Ordinary mundane people were extremely intoxicated by drinking the Vishaya Vishtha rasa, the stool-like mellows of material enjoyment. It is said, enjoying material life and then understanding that material life is actually a disgust, and then going back is like looking back at the stool which is past. Seeing that they were averse to drinking the Sachidananda Krishna rasa, eternally cognizant, blissful mellows of Krishna consciousness, and were busy collecting temporary anarthas devoid of nectar. The devotees of the Lord were always greatly distressed and desired such persons' eternal benefit. So now here, there were atheists who were averse, but still the devotees are praying to Lord that they should get bhakti. Apart from the devotees, all the non-devotees simply spend their time uselessly envying each other. Seeing the pathetic condition of the godless people, only the devotees felt distress in their heart. Pray to the Lord for such persons' eternal benefit. Only devotees can do that. Their heart has no retaliating attitude, even though they heard so many criticisms from the people. The people, atheistic people, were trying to trouble them, but still he's thinking, or the devotees are thinking of the benefit of others. For description of the situation at the particular time, one should refer to the purport of verse 308 of the previous chapter. Description of the situation we saw, where Kali has been is artificially glorified. Oh, Kali, what you have done! Oh, so wonderful thing! You have driven out all the people who were controlling their mind and senses. Indirectly, it is actually criticism. So there is a drama which has been put by Chaitanya in the drama, where the statements of Viraga is there in the Chaitanya Chandrodaka Nataka. Just now we studied that 2 days before. Yesterday we studied. Prabhu se avishta hai achena adhyayane bhakti saba dukkha paya dekhena apane. Although the devotees were absorbed, although the Lord was absorbed in studying and teaching, he noted the devotees' distress. Though he was teaching, but still he could see the devotees are in distress. Because everywhere there is only a scholarship which was presented. No pure devotion service is there. And he saw that how the atheists were constantly blaspheming the Vaishnavas. Niravadhi Vaishnava Savere Dushtagane Nindakari Bule Taha Shunena Apane. He heard how the miscreants were constantly blaspheming the Vaishnavas. Shri Gaur is the Supreme Personality of God and the cause of all causes. All living entities are his devotees and controlled subordinate servants. Therefore, on seeing the pathetic sinful propensities, the lack of friendship, and the miserable condition of his servants, resulting from one servant being envious of another servant, his compassion was aroused. The devotees are never envious of other living entities. Rather, the non-devotees are envious of the devotees. That is why Lord Gaurasundar, who is affectionate to his devotees, continued to hear about the criticism and torture of the pure devotees by the godless non-devotees who had forgotten their constant position. In spite of hearing the blasphemy of the devotees, he had yet not manifest himself before the eyes of the public as the only protector and maintainer of the devotees. He was hearing, but still he was waiting for the right opportunity to reveal the magnanimous pastime for which he has appeared, to give holy name. Only the holy name will remove the vices. Te cheto darpana marjana. Marjana means the cleansing of the heart. Enviousness can be easily uprooted. only when we chant the holy name of Krishna. So freely distribution of the holy name of Krishna will be done by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after he goes and meets Ishwarpuri. He's just waiting for that opportunity. Hare Krishna. So any doubts you can ask.
हरे कृष्ण
No
माता जी।
doubts? Yeah.
माता जी, कल वाली क्लास में एक वन ऑफ द पर्पट में इट वाज रिटन दैट Vanprastha is just called those people who are going by their ears. What does that mean?
यहाँ जाना है क्या? चलो जाते हैं, चलो फिर पता चलो यहाँ यात्रा है, चलो Years.
मतलब किसी ने भी कुछ भी कहा सुना, मतलब वो
बस कहा सुना, बस भटकते रहते हैं।
उसको वानप्रस्था बोल रहे हैं आजकल के जमाने में। दैट इज द मीनिंग।
हाँ, सब कुछ छोड़ के हम तो जा रहे हैं ना, हम लोग थोड़ी घर में बैठे। ये क्या कर रहे हैं वहां जाकर? वहां जाकर कभी कथा सुन रहे हैं, भक्तों का संग कर रहे हैं, हरिनाम कर रहे हैं। Years. Okay, Hari Bol. Stop here. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
प्रणाम।
हरे कृष्ण प्रणाम। पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो